Hey guys, Tails of Great here, and we're moving on to the next fight that I cleared pretty recently. This is the Unending Coil Bahamut Ultimate. It's been like a couple months since the T clear, but you know, I was sitting on that recording for a while. But yeah, a lot of the same people in this group. Sky is actually joining this group. He wasn't in the T clear, but he is in this UCOB group. Unlike the last one also, I'm playing White Mage, which was a horrible mistake. But PD really wanted to play Scholar. I usually main Scholar, but I figured it'd be a good opportunity to play something different after playing Scholar for like fucking forever in T, because T took a while. So I do think Astro probably would have been a better choice than White Mage for this fight though, considering White Mage does not have a lot of what makes White Mage good at level 70, because this is a level 70 synced fight. It's not like T, where that's a level 80 fight. So because jobs are brought down to level 70, we're actually missing some abilities for this fight. Some really good White Mage abilities that I lose is like Temperance and Rapture. Rapture being like instant heal, instant group heals, and then Temperance is like party mitigation. The shitty thing about White Mage in this fight is like you don't really offer too much in terms of anything for the party, and your heals are pretty slow. You're pretty reliant on swift cast. But regardless, I could complain about White Mage in this fight for a while. But this is the Unending Coil Bahamut. Our first phase is with Tanya. This fight has like 5 phases, so it's even more than T. I would actually consider this fight harder to heal than T. I'd probably say this is the hardest fight in the game to heal, but that might be because I played White Mage, and White Mage healing in this fight is kinda ass, to be honest. But yeah, we're starting with Twin Tanya. A lot of the crux of this encounter is twisters. So there's going to be parts of the fight where these little green things on the floor, as you can see, spawn based on a really quick cast from Twin Tanya. They'll happen just randomly. I mean, not randomly. You know they're not random, but they'll happen at moments where they want to catch you off guard. So there's parts of the fight where they'll keep happening and keep happening. But yeah, Twin Tanya phase is pretty easy. It's just DPS the fucking boss. Twin Tanya phase is really easy. Next up is Nail phase, which is probably one of the hardest phases. Not in terms of like healing, but just execution. Phase 2, Nail phase, is like just a lot of mechanics you need to remember. There's going to be dragons on the outside of the arena that we need to keep track of. I kind of turn my camera to look at them, so I know something for a later mechanic. We're each going to get a electric mechanic around ourselves, and we're each going to get a doom mechanic around ourselves. The doom mechanic can be solved at certain points of the fight. When it pops up, it's going to show up under debuff bar. You're also going to be shot at by dragons that give you ice debuffs. You need to be in like fire debuffs to get rid of it. There's a lot of fucking shit in this Nail phase. Also during Nail phase is something I really don't like about this fight is Nail does mechanics based on the quotes it says over its head or in the chat. You can set it up that way. We have callouts for it. You kind of get used to it after a while, but it's going to get more and more intense later on. So, yeah, this phase is quite a lot. So you see there's a little text box over Nail's head. That's telling you what you need to do. So it's dive and then get in. I got electric, thunderstruck right here. I need to get out from the party. If you hit party members with that I actually got a shitty fucking group of mechanics right here. I got first Doom and Thunderstruck. That shit sucks. So if you hit the party with Thunderstruck, people will just get paralysis and they'll be fucked for like 40 seconds or something. But yeah, you can get mechanics just randomly. The game just chooses. Oh god, and dive bomb. So when I was looking at the dragons, the dive bomb locations are for the dragons. So you need to place them in certain spots around the arena. So the dragons like don't hit anyone when you know, set up the dive bomb. Unfortunately, the dancer gets hit by a dive bomb. But that's just how it goes. That's dive bombs, baby. And then we're moving on to phase 3. Phase 2 is a lot to talk about. It's really hard to like talk about everything because it's so much and it's really fast. So I was trying to explain everything, but it's just so much, dude. Cure your doom. Don't hit people with Thunderstruck. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Moving into phase 3. Phase 3 is the longest part of the fucking fight. At least it feels like it. I'm pretty sure it is. Phase 3 has like different mechanics going on. Like a lot of mechanics in a row, like constantly. You need your execution and your consistency needs to be up there. So it's gonna start off with Quick March Trio. We're gonna split up the party into 4 on each half to avoid this. And then you need to move right after they dash because there are gonna be twisters placed. Mega Flare. I go in and heal a little bit. DPS need to stack. We need to bait these fucking... we need to bait the stupid fucking Earthshakers. There's a lot going on right now, dude. I mean, this fight is very forgiving, I should say. When this fight first came out, it's like a next level of difficulty. It's so ridiculous. Nowadays, this fight isn't as bad because you can recover basically anything and the DPS checks don't matter. I still think the healing is a lot harder in this fight than T. Again, that might be because I'm playing White Mage and it kind of sucked, but it just felt harder. Don't stand in the Hypernovas, otherwise you get bleed and die. Heal everyone to full for Giga Flare, and then Giga Flare does a fuck ton of damage. After like almost every trio, there's a Giga Flare that does a fuck ton of damage on the party. Cure 3 is a godsend, I will say. That is one good thing about White Mage, is Plenary Indulgence and Cure 3. Really, really good. So yeah, I will say those two things. Felrune Trio is pretty easy. It's probably the easiest trio. It's either Dive or Dynamo first. So for this one's Dynamo, so we go around Nail. We spread, and then we go to a little marker here. Tanks get their own marker for their tank busters. You gotta heal up, dives, and then you heal them up with Cure 3. Smile. It's a lot going on. It is a lot more forgiving than obviously what it was when it first came out, but this fight is still hard. This fight took us like... How long did it take us? A month and a half to prog and clear? So it still took a good bit. Benny there. Home gang cooldown is pretty quick, so I need to be good on the Benny. I'm a very safe healer, I will say. So I'm not trying to like fucking parse ultimates, okay? I would like a better parse than what I have in this fight, but I'm not trying to fucking parse an ultimate. I want to clear, you know? Heaven's Fall, we get pushed back into our towers. Everyone gets their own tower that we count. Heaven's Fall is probably one of the hardest trios. So I use Presence of Mind here to get a quick Medica heal, and then we get a Flare from Twin Tanya. We get Cure 3 out. It's all good. I could use Swift Cast to heal right here, but I saved my Swift for 10 Strike, which is the next trio. The heals here are really quick. You need to be really on your toes. That's why I think this fight's harder than T on the heals. Is like, if you're not quick, you'll die. Like Heaven's Fall, if you're not quick, you die. Doesn't matter. You'll get wiped. 10 Strike trio. 10 Strike is like deceptively annoying. Deceptively difficult. Also this part, this was the adjust god of me. I'm the adjust god because I thought someone was at A already, so I almost fucked us. That was almost a wipe because I was an idiot and I couldn't fucking see. Spread for Earthshakers. I hate these Earthshakers, dude. This part, like first Earthshakers, I hate them. Like setting up like the spots. Once you kind of know what to do, it's not that hard, but I hate setting up Earthshake. But yeah, that 10 strike, dude. We adjust and then it just works, okay? That's how it goes. Some more tank busters. I will say the nice thing about not having Rapture is I can use all my lilies on the tank for busters. But even then, it's really not that necessary. It'd be a lot better to have Rapture. Alright, and then we have Grand Octet. This is the final mechanic in Bahamut phase. Basically, all of these dragons around the arena are going to dash at us based on what marker we get. It doesn't really matter. We all have, like, as long as you know what to do, it just works. So we go around the arena. We have to have a sprint up, basically. I'm going to be baiting Twin Tanya here, because there's going to be one person who has to bait Twin Tanya. So there's that. And then we walk around and don't get twistered. Like, those twisters were pretty close. But yeah, I baited Twin Tanya there. There's going to be, like, towers that people need to get. You can cheese this mechanic. Just ignore that. I'm typing in chat right now. Because I was yelling about 10 strike. You can cheese that mechanic with Tank LB3. Because there's, like, 2 different mechanics going on, but you can cheese it now with Tank LB3. And now we have Ads Phase. Ads Phase is probably the hardest phase, in my opinion. This phase is fucking stressful as fuck. There's going to be nail mechanics, and there's going to be generate things, and there's going to be a twister after every single one. So if you need to be on your toes constantly for this. And the tanks also take a shit ton of damage. So here's a nail quote: in, spread, stack, and then twisters right after this. I swift cast a Cure 3 for that, and then we all just go in our separate ways. But yeah, there's twisters. So you need to be really careful in this phase. If you get twistered, it's basically over. This phase is so nerve-wracking. Like, I hate this phase. It's so nerve-wracking, dude. I think it's the hardest phase. It's just scary. Big tank busters here. And then, did the Mega Flare go out alright? Oh yeah, I guess the Mega Flare went out right. There's a raid-wide damage that the entire party takes that we need to heal out. But yeah, I play really safe during ads. I make sure regen is always on the tanks. Twister. And so I left that twister right there. And there's going to be one more nail quote. It's going to be out, stack, spread. I swift cast a Cure 3 again. And then twister. And then you just run around. And don't get twistered. This was a really clean ad phase. I play super safe during ad phase. I don't DPS very much because I don't feel comfortable doing it too much. I want to make sure that tanks stay alive and everyone stays alive. But yeah, that ad phase was really clean. That was a really good ad phase. So yeah, that's what I would consider the hardest phase. And then we have the final phase. Oh shit, we died. What the fuck? Oh, it's just a meme. It's just a meme. We're fine. Unfortunately, I didn't know if I was going to upload this or not, so I didn't turn my camera properly. I turned it eventually. But I did want to upload this clear. Here we go. I should also mention again that this is not the clear. This is a re-clear. But, because I didn't actually record the clear. But, I did want to, you know, post this as a personal achievement. You know, this fight's hard. I think this fight's, like, hard. For healer. So. But yeah, this is Golden Bahamut. Golden Bahamut is the easiest phase, but also deceptively hard. There's only 3 mechanics, really. There's Tank Busters, there's the Party Stack, and there's Exa Flares. You need to know your mitigation for the Party Stack or you die. And Exa Flares are, you just dodge Exa Flares. Forehead. It's pretty simple. But exoflares can be a little scary, especially if you can't see behind Bahamut. But for the most part, it's just exoflares, you just dodge them. Tank Buster. So we do, so to handle the tank busters, we have the 2 tanks stacked together on the first one, and then we also did LB3 for this. Because our party comp has less mitigation, like if I was Astro, we probably didn't need to do this. But our mitigation was kind of wonky, so we just decided to LB3 on the second party stack. More exoflares. These exoflare patterns are kind of shitty, but you know, we just do it. Just do it. That's it. But yeah, you need to know your mitigation. Our party comp mitigation was kind of oofy. Again, if I went Astro, I probably would have been a little safer. But it's all good. Our DPS is so good, we don't really have to worry about OB3, so it's fine. This is the scary part for me, because I need to Benny the tank at like a perfect time. That actually wasn't as close as I thought it was when I watched this back. Exoflares again. This is a really easy dodge. That's the easy exoflare, 3-1. And then I think party stack next. Yeah. Mitigation. If you don't mitigate, you're gonna get fucked. Like we died a couple of times to party stack just because our mitigation was kind of wonky. Yeah, and then we're gonna have our final tank busters. This is just they take them together. I just cure 3 of the tanks. I play safe. I don't give a fuck. I want the clear. We play for the clear, boys. This is a really good kill though. We're about to finish. We have 1 more exoflares and then that's the end. This is a really easy exoflare dodge, so it was really nice. But yeah, that's Binding Coil Bahamut. Unending Coil Bahamut. I really like this fight. I think I like T more, but it was a challenge on White Mage, I will say. Not that White Mage is a hard job to play. It's pretty easy. But considering you're like missing Rapture and Temperance, it's an experience. But yeah, that is the 2 clears I wanted to post on the channel. I still haven't done Uwu. I don't know when I will, but I will hopefully eventually. I'm reading up on it. I just need to figure out when I'm going to do it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I know these are a little different than what I usually post, but I haven't really been posting much anyway. So you're getting something. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next videos whenever they are. So take care.